Hello everyone, this is RexRed. I am back with another EZ3DTV tutorial today. And today we are going to be looking at the new Jon Snow bundle, and we're also going to be working with customizing content and trying to find stuff in your content that may be hidden, and finding ways so that you can put your hands on it quicker and use it for your stuff. I would like to also make a shout out to other people who are making Daz videos, Daz tutorial videos, and just say hello to them and wish them the best of luck in making Daz videos, because I mean there's so few people doing it, and the community, we have a big enough community where everybody is welcome in this community, and we all should collaborate together and accept one another and everybody's role, and in this whole community of teaching, and everybody has their different things they're involved in. We're bouncing ideas off of each other. So it's all good. I love you all, and I just want to say, that it's nice to be part of the same community where you are all together in. So that is number one. We're going to open up our live chat to make sure we're able to see chatters. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this. I don't know. I had trouble with my internet, and so now I have a new router. I believe that things should be working fine now. As you know, we just kept getting disconnected. I had intermittent internet. So, and that is not a fun thing to have. So, all right, we're going to jump right into this. Angus, who is Jon Snow? Jon Snow is a character from Game of Thrones. It's probably the most popular series. It's very much kind of like Lord of the Rings, except everybody dies in it. They all like assassinate each other, all fighting to be the king of the whole shebang. And so Jon Snow seems to have survived the onslaught of many, many people all fighting each other. And so he is a character now that is being sold in the Daz store, and it's the first time that I've ever that I know of, probably it's happened before, that the Daz store is actually selling somebody's face, some real person's face, and this is the Jon Snow bundle. And if we were to Google Jon Snow, Jon Snow is the name of the character. And I'm sorry, I just can't seem to remember his real name. But this is the character, Jon Snow. If we go here to images, we can see a whole bunch. Hopefully we don't have anything. But this is Jon Snow. Very beautiful actor. And he was a huge favorite. I believe they were going to kill him off in the series, and then they basically the fan base was so enraged that to hear that he might be leaving the series, and it's like, why not? Everybody else left the series, yeah, and so. He's a very interesting character, okay? And so now we have Jon Snow, but what's kind of weird is that they released him as an 8.1 figure, and so what I'm going to do is convert him. Here, this is Jon Snow. We're going to convert him, put him in, open up this conversion thing here, which would be, where is it? Character converter. And this would be Genesis 8 male to Genesis 9. This says custom. We just want the character converter, 8 to 9. Clears the scene. That's okay. You can clear the scene. And now we're looking for Jon Snow. And as you can see, I have quite a few characters. And am I going to be able to find him? He might be under just J. Let's try J for Jon. J, Jon, J-O-R, J-O. Jon for Genesis 8.1. So unfortunately, he's not just in the J's. And if I do search J-O-N, I don't think it's, see, that search is just useless, kind of. Jon, character files. Why put a search there if it's not going to, put... There's only so many JONs. They should just be listed at the top. It's never mind. So, okay, so we're looking. We have to go down. This is the typical thing that happens with this. All right, output directory 8 to 9. So my characters are still going into this 8 to 9 characters. And I don't know if I can remember how to do this. Convert items, execute from selected. Okay, so we're going to look for Jon Snow. Oh, Jon, where are you? And he might appear in add files. Okay. I'm sure you'll be able to skip over this part. Okay, I know I would. John, Jonas, Joel, Jonas, Jonathan, Jones. Maybe if we type in Snow. Snow. You see this, this just doesn't, the search doesn't work. But let's look through these. It's like all of this. You cannot tell me that Snow is in every single one of these characters' names, okay? So, yeah, this is what you call a dumb search. So, now if I selected all of these, go by here, file name. Let's go by select by file name. No, you see, you'd think it'd be at the top of the list here. Character type, actor, anything with Snow in it. So, no, you just have to go through and read every name all the way carefully down. And there's no guarantee it's actually in the list. So then it makes, okay, so let's just cancel out of this and find out where Jon Snow is. Okay, browse to file, locate folder. Okay, and this probably opened on another monitor. HDMI 2. It's probably up there. Okay, well, let's try this again. Oh, okay, maybe we have to go into Jon Snow here like this. Figure. Now we can go here to browse to file location, see if that works. Genesis 8 male characters, people, okay, and somewhere in here there's Jon. It's just Jon. Okay. And I believe that's where this is looking. Favorites. Okay, Genesis 8, male to 9. That's okay. Output directory. Where is it? Add files. Let's see. This would be Genesis 8. Okay, would be just John. Or okay, Jane S8 characters. Characters maybe. Okay, John J. JKL JK JO John. Oh, it'd be down here. It'd be CDE. John. There it is. Open. And where did you put it? Somewhere in the list. Maybe. There we go. No, it's not the only thing selected. Let's try John. Now, if it's in the list, I think it's there. John, and it's selected. Okay, so now what we're going to do is select this. Okay, and we're going to say selected and checked items. So as long as nothing else is selected and checked, this should work. Okay, and it's going to put our character in this 8 to 9 characters thing, and it should also place, so let's convert items. And I don't think I can move this out of the way. At some point I can, but I just have to kind of keep clicking it so we can see what it's doing. Now let's go back to here. Okay, I just messed that up. HDMI1. Can I move you now? There we go. Let's see if it's going to bring a character in here. So we are converting John. I know I should have just brought him in and seen what he looked like as Genesis 8. 8.1 figure, which is cool, but I thought, you know, I'm going to want him as Genesis 9 also, so why not just get that out of the way? And so still no UPS on this end. Okay, duplicate formulas found. Make sure that your content is properly installed. See the log files. Oh, wonderful. That again. So there's John. We're only converting one person here. That is a beautiful looking character. Is that the Genesis 9 characters? See, the thing is that if I convert him, then we will have John, his morphs converted also. So we can morph his face. Now you can see, all right. 0 is often just chosen when, let's go to restore, I guess. You can just convert their skin to Genesis so we're going to explore this character, and we're going to explore it as a Genesis 8.1 character. We're going to try converting their skin to PBR as an 8.1 character and see what it looks like. And then we're going to explore this character converted as a Genesis 9 character and just kind of see what we get from this, what it looks like. So it will be very interesting. And then we're going to talk about customizing. We're going to go into customizing Daz content. I've done videos on it before, but we're going to talk a little bit more. Welcome, welcome, people. Welcome. Welcome to the tutorial, and thank you. Duplicate formulas. Okay, I guess. I hope this doesn't keep popping up all the time now. So... all right, so we're going to try and I think it might be like morphs that are named the same thing, or I'm not sure. But this takes a good, 5-10 minutes to convert a character. And hopefully this works for Jon Snow, I mean. Jon Smith, that was another another Game of Thrones. So how much longer have we got? It says it's reading assets, and it's going to take its time. Take its time. We have... applying preset Genesis 9 reading asset. Is this just like locked up, or is it still working? It seems to be still working. So we just have to give it time. I had to do this with most of my characters. It took me, and as you can see, I still have a ton of characters I have not converted yet. So... but we're going to see how this works. We are converting just one character, Jon, character preset. As you can see, we're going down the list. Okay. Come on, Jon. Yeah, it takes a while. It has been a while. I'm surprised I was able to do this, because making these characters, it's not a trivial task. It's actually quite involved. And you have all these options that you have to kind of set. So this is not really a video on converting characters. This is just a video where a character gets converted. Now you can still use the Genesis 8.1 character, this Genesis 8.1 Jon character, but you also now have Genesis 9. So, all right, now while we're doing this, I will talk about what we're going to be doing with converting, okay? Because customizing character content. Because, like, when I do a search on my hard drive in the Daz library for HDR files, .hdr files, I usually put the wildcard star.hdr, and then I do a search for them. I come up with 5,000 HDR files. But when I look in the Daz library, there in the Daz smart content, I find maybe about 200. That's the difference. That you're buying all this content that just, seemingly just doesn't show up in the content browser. And so you have tons and tons of item and content and hair and things like that that are just not showing up when you go to look in the smart content. And so The way to fix that is to make custom folders and just find all of these items, locate them, put them in the custom folder so that when you go into that custom folder, like everything is there. And then you don't have to go through all these other kind of like changing the tint of a sky when you can just go into the environment settings and change the tint right there. You don't need all of those listed and to have to go through all this extraneous stuff when all you're just really looking for is to put the HDR file in your environment. That's it. This is where, and the same goes for poses. I have 8,000 poses in my customized folder. Like I'm never gonna like be looking for a pose and need to go all the way to the last page of them to find, oh, there's the pose I was looking for, you know, kind of thing. So, but what it does is it really simplifies the whole pose thing, because all of those poses that are in my pose folder that I created, they are all converted poses from Genesis 2, Genesis 3, Genesis from Michael 4 and Victoria 4, male and female. Like every pose for just about every character that I own has been converted for Genesis 9, and they're in my customized folder. Now, I haven't gone through those poses and said, okay, you know, I do have one kind of area where it's like, okay, animal poses where a human is part like eel and they've got an eel's tail, or they're part horse and so they're a centaur or minotaur and they're part animal. So those poses, I figure, okay, that's one area where I could just kind of divide all the poses off, and maybe I'd only have, like, instead of 8,000 poses, 6,000 poses, and if I have a character that's like part horse or part eel or mermaid or merman or whatever, then I can look in that poses for, like, I guess, you know, part animal humans. Now, this is still working. It's just, like I said, it takes a long time to convert a character. There just have to be phone link open here. We're going to close that. And that wasn't the window I opened. So, yeah, it's still converting, I hope. I hope we don't have a problem here. I'm quite sure it's converting. It just takes a long time. So, yeah, like HDRIs, EXR, they are a prime example of when you're just looking for a sky and you have to go through, you know, to your render settings, and I mean to your render settings in your SmartCon and 10, and when you go down through them, there's all kinds of other stuff like hair and everything all mixed in with it, and then most of your HDRs aren't even listed there. Where they're listed, they're like not listed nowhere. And so there's got to be a way. So you have to then go and browse outside of Daz into the Windows Explorer to find the right sky. There's got to be a way. Okay, I did not mean to do that, whatever I did with the keyboard. There's got to be a way to do this from within Daz. I know it's still responding. It's just got to convert this. I don't think it's locked up because I just know it takes a long time to convert these characters. It says it's reading the asset. We're just going to let it read. So Yeah, there's got to be a way to customize. The question of the age is, who is Jon Snow? It just did something. It says deleting objects. Jon Snow eyelashes. Okay. Head, body, face, writing. It's doing stuff now. Eyelashes. Okay. So it is converting Jon Snow. See, I'm not going to probably use the converted version. What this does also is it writes the morphs in. So I can morph Genesis 9 face into Jon Snow's face. Shlange. I'm your huckleberry. Okay. Is in a French accent. Challenge. Challenge. I'm your huckleberry. Art is being funny today. Challenge. Yeah. So here we go. Thank you for the likes. We got 2 likes today. 2. So it's taking forever to convert these eyelashes. But we got the tear opacity done. Jon Snow head, body, face scars, arms, legs, mouth, eyes. Okay, so now we're doing eyelashes. I have the hiccups. I am waiting for UPS today. UPS. Challenge. All right. Come on, eyelashes, Jon Snow eyelashes. These artists, that make these figures, they're really amazing. These people who know how to make these figures, and there's just so many things that have to come together to make the figure, the arms, the legs, mouth, eyes, teeth. They have to make teeth for the figure. They have to make the skin for the figure. Possibly some poses, hair, body hair, eyelashes, eyebrows. Yeah, and Jon Snow's face scars. I hope these face scars are morphs that I can turn off. So, we'll see. That's why we're converting this, so we can see just exactly how this works. I don't think it's gonna get fetched up on the eyelashes. If it didn't get fetched up on the head and mouth and the face scars and the body, it's not likely to get fetched up on the eyelashes. Why it's taking so long to load the eyelash image, I am not sure. But we have to wait. It might be searching for it, and I have like 10,000 items on the hard drive. It's like, see if you can find that. Come on, Jon Snow eyelashes. Come on, this is taking so long. All right, so let's talk a little bit more about customizing things, okay? Because once you start going down the road of creating custom folders, what you find is that finding your content becomes quite easy compared to before you did this. And so the big one for me is poses, having the ability to get poses, have them all in one folder, and where I just go in and I select my Genesis 9 figure for Genesis 9, and I have 8,000 poses in one folder, and I can just kind of go down through the poses and find and click on it and put it on. I don't have to convert the Genesis 3 pose. I don't have to find the script to convert it. And this conversion program to convert, it took me maybe about an hour to convert, like I would say close to 7,000 Genesis 2, Genesis 3, Genesis 8, Genesis 8.1 male and female poses, and also Michael 4 and Victoria poses, to convert all of those poses in my Dazzler, every one of them, to Genesis 9 and put them in a folder. It took me about an hour to convert 8,000 poses and put them all in one folder. And then I took that folder and went through those poses and I put them all in a customized folder in Daz, because the folder that it converted them to would like say, okay, there's, say Michael 4 out on a picnic, and so you'd go in there and there's like 20 poses in that folder, and then another folder which was a Michael 4 with a surfboard and surfing, and so you go and you get those poses, and there's like 15 of them in that folder. So you go into every folder and you just copy all those poses and put them in one folder, in your customized folder, and then you end up with this master folder with every pose, and all you have to do is select your Genesis 9 figure in the scene, go through that folder, and it shows you what the pose looks like. There's a preview and everything right in your customized folder, and you click on it and they go right perfectly into that pose. You click on another pose, they switch to the next pose. You click on another pose, they switch to the next pose. It's so easy. And then what you have is, remember the program I showed you where you can lock everything on the figure except like one part, like their head or their hand. And so when you click on a pose, the only thing that changes on the figure is the hand. Okay, so it does these, and so the rest of the body all stays the same. It just changes the pose on the hand because the rest of the body is locked. And so, or you can just have the lower body. And so you just keep clicking the poses, and only the lower body's changing. The upper body is staying the same. Or just one part, like the torso or the foot or any part, you can just lock the whole body except one part. And you can also do that for expressions. So the body, so it doesn't change the whole body with a pose. If that pose comes with an expression, it changes the expression. So, okay, this is taking forever. Eyelashes. Oh my God. It's been 31 minutes. But when you figure, when you take a figure and you already have it in the scene and you want to, and it says, do you want to convert this figure to this more to look like this, where you load another figure into the scene, and it says, would you like to just add a new figure into the scene so you have two, or would you like to change this figure to that figure's specifications, sort of kind of thing? And if you say, yeah, I'd like to just change that figure to that figure, put all their shape and everything onto this figure, it takes an hour. And I think it's because of all the morphs. And that's okay. I think that is what Riversoft has said about Character Converter, that you do need to use this in conjunction with Turbo Loader, because and Turbo Loader I try to stay away from like the plague. I've just had it ruin my entire library before. And so but Turbo Loader works if you learn how to use it. And the last time I tried to load Turbo Loader, it popped up and gave me some kind of error message, and it's like, I don't have time for this. I just, it wouldn't load. It wouldn't even load up. And it said there was couldn't find the right folder, or it was like, I have no idea how to fix this. So I just stopped using Turbo Loader altogether. And then there were just all kinds of issues like, well, it wants me to shut off all morphs. Why would I want to shut off? What about Genesis 8 morphs? What about important morphs? What about morphs that are associated with this figure? And then they came out with an update that says something about now it knows when there are morphs that you can't shut off for a particular figure. And that's about, and then I bought Turbo Loader for Genesis 9, and I just haven't really been able to bring myself back. So yeah, it's converting the eyelashes, loading image Jon Snow eyelashes okay, so it's 47 minutes. So we're going on an hour to convert one figure. And so that's what Riversoft said, is that you have to use Turbo Loader. And I just, it's me. I'm not proficient with Turbo Loader. And maybe that's what I need to do is become proficient with Turbo Loader. Because I know when you go to put a figure in the scene that you've turned off their morphs for, it pops up and says, do you want to load those morphs? And if you load them, you've just ruined your library. And then you have to go and uninstall everything, delete your library, reinstall 10,000 items again. See, I have 10,600 items, more than that, installed on my computer. And then I have another folder with all of the install files. Because you at least in my experiences, you can't install, you shouldn't delete those install programs. Because if you do, then the next time you need to reinstall your library, you have to download 10,006, download each one again, and then install it. And at least if you have them, saved in another folder, then you don't have to download them again. You have them in that other folder. And I mean, why not? They're things that you bought, they're things that you own. Those files, you have bought the rights to use them, and And the thing is that also it saves on Daz's servers. I'm sure they're not too thrilled when my library gets corrupted, and then I have to go and now is there like some kind of message sitting in the background saying no, it's not, it's just taking forever to load the eyelashes to yeah. So we're at 50 minutes now waiting to convert this figure. So yeah, you don't want to delete. You just want to have a place on like a spare hard drive somewhere where you can put all of your install files, your Daz model, Daz asset install files. Don't delete them. You don't keep them on your solid state drive. You would keep them on one of those regular hard drives with the spinning platen in them, and you can get some of those really cheap with a lot of space on them. And that's where you want to keep all of your Daz files. So I keep a copy on my computer, and there's also a copy online if something ever happened to the copy. But I can install 10,000 files back onto my computer in the space of about 4 hours, 5 hours. I just leave it installing all night. And by the next morning, everything's installed again. We'll just leave the install manager going. Minutes for Jon Snow. So I can't stop it now, because it's, and it will finish eventually. So the thing is that I think this whole turbo loader, guess what? We're going to be doing a video on turbo loader. I don't know if any of you have any experiences with turbo loader, but it's a turbo loader. It's a very good program if you can learn how to use it, and if you can use it without screwing up your entire Daz library. Because it literally goes in and renames morphs, and then it goes back and replaces the names. So if you want to use this particular character, it replaces the names back with the original names, and also So again, we'll go back here and we'll talk about, because the biggest thing is, with hair, and you have all these colors, and then you still have to kind of find the hair, because all of the materials and things with your hair are usually kept with the hair. I think what we're going to do is we will go to our beta. Okay, so we're going to go, and we're going to go here to our Daz beta. So there, we can actually use this beta program to do some stuff. So I don't think my categories show up here in the beta. It'd be interesting because I've not really analyzed. And another thing we should probably have a tutorial on is, this whole setup and this thing where this one, the beta, has scripts and favorites, but they're different. Like, I only have a couple of things in scripts and a few things in favorites. It's different than the other. And so there must be a way to save the whole window configuration. It would be in here, this window, workspace, customize. And I think there might be a way to save your menus and save all of that stuff. That would be something that would be important to, that I have to go and figure out how to do. And once I figure it out, there's also up here in Windows panes, not panes, viewports, not viewport, workspaces, select save layout. What does that actually save? Does it actually save your favorites, or does it save? That's the question right there. Because my favorites are pretty complex. As you can see, these favorites here, I've got a lot of stuff, this material suit. I just don't want to have to go back through the most used, and I've only got one thing in this, but in the other Daz, I've got like a ton of stuff in those. I don't want to have to set up my scripts and favorites. And we go into favorites here. I don't see anything here that says save favorites. So yeah. All right, so we go here. Now I go to this RexRed. And look at this. This is really cool because it is showing figures. It is showing my my customized stuff. Another thing is lights, okay? And look at this. Now, see, there's two ways to get this. Now, when you go into content library, and I go down to categories, and then I go to RexRed, it shows things in a different way. Like right here, it says Genesis 9 poses, and this is what I meant. Like when I said, it's actually, I said there were like 8,000. It's actually 9,000 poses. Look at this. Look at all these poses, and all I have to do is put a figure in the scene, and click on the pose, and I can just go through these. I'm on page 24 of, I think there's, we're up to 8,000. I don't know why, okay. And when each page, as you can see, is actually quite long. So there's probably, 200 or 300 maybe per page. I'm not sure exactly how many, but there's a lot per page. That's at least 200 or 300. So, 9,000, it's not that insurmountable, because it's like there's 35 pages for 9,000 items. So if you divide 9,000 by 35, do I have Echo? What's 9,000 divided by 35?
9,000 divided by 35 is approximately 257.1429.
Okay, so there's about 250 poses per page. This isn't that hard to go down through these poses. These are all of my poses, and which is really cool. Let's see, did this jump down beyond eyelashes? No. All right, so let's put a figure into the scene. How about Jon Snow? I don't know if I can use, I think I can probably still use him, even though, okay, highest ID first. We go to default, figures, people. There's Jon Snow. Let's bring him in. Okay, he's not Genesis 9, so I can't bring him in because of the issue that he is not Genesis 9. Now we go down here, and this is what's really cool, is like I have my Genesis 9 figures here. These are only the ones that I've categorized so far. I'm going to show you how to categorize stuff. So we would go into like files here, and we would go to back up to default and go to figures, and we'll go to Genesis 8 people, male. All right, and so what I can do is now go down through here, and now this guy, John, that's John, we'll see what if we got him. Okay, he's now when you look here, it says he's Genesis 9. So I can right click and categorize, and then I click on this little arrow and go to figures and Genesis 9 male, and you can see there's no check bars, so that means I haven't categorized him yet. So you put him in there. All right, and then we go here. This is Cash. He's Genesis 9. So we go categorize, and you go through. You can set this up and add these folders at your own to your own liking. So I have Genesis 8 male figures, Genesis 8.1, and Genesis 9 male figures. So we go and put Cash in there now. And let's see what we have. What else we have? Let's go down. Okay, I don't know if I have. I think I have Aiden. Let's see if we have Michael 9. We'll do Michael 9. This is another thing you can do, is you can select a bunch of them like this. And now Bruce, now these are Genesis 8. So we're down beyond that. Genesis 8.1, Genesis Jacques. Okay, those are 8.1. This guy, Fabrice. Torian is 8.1, but okay, he's Genesis 9. Look at this Matt for Genesis 9. Sometimes it like decides, oh, I don't care if you have all these selected or not. I'm just going to unselect them for you. How about that? Okay, with Tyson is Genesis 9. Hiroshi is, I believe, also. Norbert, I don't know if he is. So we right-click, categorize. Now, if figures, some of them are already categorized, but I can just click on that, and it won't duplicate them. It will just add the ones that aren't there. Now, he's Genesis 8 male. All right, Casey. These are 8.1. And we go to Nikolai. We'll put him in. And Lawrence Veins. Okay, we're going to go categorize here. Some of them are already in here, but we're going to click it again. And now I don't think Gilbert is Genesis 9, but let's see. Norbert, he's Genesis 8. Now let's just grab a bunch of these, like Shift. We'll go down to here. And we got to get Nahul. We must get him and Nathan. Okay, so we'll go here to this one, Nathan. And we'll go up. And we'll go to Dane. Categorize. Here. 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 To select that. Accept. Now, I don't know that we have these guys. John. All right, let's go down through a bunch of these. Like here. Categorize. This. Figures. A few of them were already here. Accept. Okay, now let's go down into here. We go to figures. Now, when we go here, down into this content library, it shows them as separate, like just the figure themselves, so you don't have to go into the folder and find the actor through all the different skins. Now, another thing here is like, okay, I can go here to RexRed and I can create a subcategory. We can say Gen G9 male skins. Okay, I can add that to here, and I can go, actually it doesn't matter, we can rename this. we're just going to say G9 skins because the male and female skins both fit the Genesis 9 figures, okay? And then we can also go RexRed, create a subcategory G9 eyes, okay? And so now we have hair. Look at all the hair. I didn't know I had all this hair. This is just short hair. This is for short hair. And I don't think this is all of it. I think this is just, I didn't get it all done. So, but now we can go here to, let's say, materials. Let's see what happens when we go to files. Materials. Okay, what we're going to do is just go to default and go eyes. Eyes. And we'll find these little sets of eyes. Okay, here's some, okay, for which one of these? For Genesis 8. Okay, so that's not what we want. Okay. Here we go. Eyes. Eyebrows. Okay, that's not what we want. Well, speaking of that, and these are eyebrows for Genesis 8. Again, I'm not sure why they're coming up from the top. Okay, so that didn't work. Oh, we're filtering by context. Now we turn that off. We go back to the top. Now these are Genesis 9. Let's see. What are these? Eyes, sand, 9. Genesis 9. So we grab these and we categorize. We go here to Genesis 9 eyes. Except, how about these two? All right. What happened? Okay. These are Genesis 9 eyes. Okay. Oh, those are reflections. Okay, I guess we could use them in there, but all right, now we go here, shift. These are Ku's eyes, categorize. RexRed, Genesis 9 eyes. So if you have your figures selected and you just want to change their eyes, this is for Genesis 8. 8, those are all for 8. Okay, this is 9. Those would be cool to have. All right, so categorize. And so you just, it takes a while, but even if you get it partially done, you have this massive library then. Okay, so these are Genesis 9. Look at these eyes, categorize. So I don't have to go on these looks. They're all in one folder. I don't have to go through and look through eyelashes, eyebrows, and all this when I'm just trying to change the color of eyes. Okay, these are all Genesis 9. See how easy that is? What about these? Those are Genesis 9, so we're going to grab them. Okay, come on. These are Genesis 9, these little, I think. Tune. Okay, they don't say Genesis 9, so this creature may not be built on Genesis 9. Okay, but these are right here. Genesis 9, categorize. 9 eyes. So we throw them in there. And these sclera, they're a part of eyes. Sometimes you just want to, are those 9? Yes. This. And bloody blue. Those are 9. These are 9. All these eyes. 9. Succubus eyes are 9. Those are 9. Okay, let's try them before it unselects them on me. 9 eyes. See, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to, okay, these are beautiful eyes. This is 9 as well. So we go like that, right click, categorize, 9 eyes, accept. These are cool. These are for Genesis 9. This is a whole eye set for doing really cool stuff with eyes. We're going to put this whole set in here. What about this shift? Those are all for 9. Are these for 9? Yeah. And we go down through here. How about these? Those are all 9. Let's make sure we got the whole thing. Yeah, right click. Categorize. So Genesis 9 eyes. Yeah, see, I can come in here and just type eyes, but then there's a whole bunch of other junk in here. And I just want eyes. And then we go down here, back down through all this stuff again. I'm not sure how far down I went, but I think this is it. Yeah, I remember that. Remove pupil. Okay, these are Genesis 9. Those are stitches. Okay, we're not going there. Okay, turquoise. Those are for Genesis 9. These are Genesis 9 eyes as well. Look at these. See, these are a big fun. And so you can just go in and just keep trying different eyes from that one folder. You select your figure. You go into that folder where all those eyes are. And you just click them and try them. These are H materials, so you don't even have to click the eyes. You can just click the figure and change the eyes. This is a huge eye select set. These are Genesis 9 as well. Look at these. Those are also H materials. They're a different set. Okay. What about this? Those are Genesis 9. And those are. So you just take and bring them in. Okay, right click. Now if I stop here, those are 9 as well. These are 9. Might as well just keep going through this while our eyelashes load. Violet. Look at this. And you know, how often do you change eye color? Like almost every scene you make, you're changing. Okay, right click. Well, remember this. Okay, categorize. Categorize. Accept. I've only got a few left now, so we might as well do the rest of the eyes. And that doesn't mean that that's every eye, but for some reason it just picked the Genesis 9 ones. We haven't even gotten to Genesis 8. Here we go. Look at these. And this. Those are Genesis 9. I'm not sure why it's only showing 9 eyes. But here we go. 9. These are 9 as well. Eye makeup. All right, I'm not sure what that. Those are eye colors as well, but we're gonna, okay, Smudgy. Okay, that's not... Okay, these are eyes. Look at those. These are going to be so cool to just have. So yeah, this is categorizing people, just making categories. As soon as we're done, we'll try some of these eyes on stuff. We're still in Genesis 9 eyes. Look at these eyes. Oh, I lost them. Darn, 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 darn. Okay, we'll go back to these. That's the thing, is sometimes it just, I don't know, it loses the fact that you have control held. Okay. We go. Let's do these. Okay, we'll remember that. Categorize. Eyes. Accept. And now we go back down to the bottom and see if we can find this guy again. There he is. And we'll, that's makeup. Okay, we're going to go down through here. Eyes, I guess we'll go here. Oh, shoot. Gotta click this one and then hold shift. Shift, we'll turn the tier. We might do a separate tier line thing. Did we lose that? No, okay. Now we did. All right. Okay, let's do these. Categorize. These are, that's a lot of eyes. Now I forgot to look where we were. Okay, but I guess we're here. Solids. Okay, these are solid eyes. Guess those work. These are monster eyes. Brown, I guess we'll do this. We're still at Genesis 9 eyes. Makeup. Okay, this is makeup. This is not, these are not eyes. Yellow. Okay. These. Oslo gray. Nathan eyes, those are probably the best eyes that I own. I wish they had given us more colors for Nathan eyes. Okay. Eyes green, light green. Did I lose the topaz? These are still Genesis 9 eyes. Categorize. How are we doing over here? Still loading the eyelashes, an hour and a half later. Yep. Will I remember where I was? I'm wondering if this is just going to keep like loading more as I get down to the bottom. No. Why are these only showing up the Genesis 9 eyes, which is kind of helpful? All right, I think this is where I stopped. All right, we're done that. The eyes, okay. I know they're kicking my butt. They are kicking my butt, those eyelashes, a few more of them, but they really are. And so now we have, now when we go here and we put a figure into the scene, let's put some kind of figure in the scene. Default. Now clothing. The eyes have it, yes. They have it all. Eyelashes. Very punny. People, male. Let's put a figure in here and change his eyes. What's nice about the male is you don't have to worry about male and female eyes and how they don't. It's just the same. This you can use female eye colors on the male figures and vice versa. Let's bring in Jon Snow. Oh, he's Genesis 8. That won't work. That's why we're trying to convert him to Genesis 9. Okay, we'll bring in Cade. Okay, figures. Let's load in Cade. You know, I just thought of something with the way Turbo Loader works is like if you've renamed all of the morphs in your Daz public build and then you go into the beta and you try to use something, you see how that is such an opportunity for everything to get messed up when it's going. And what about when you run, if you've renamed morphs? What if the install manager looks at those files and say, oh, they're not installed, I need to reinstall them again? Oh, then you end up with a big mess. I don't know if it would do that, but yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen. Not to even my least favorite person. That would be very bad. Okay, so can we close this a little more? Yeah, you can't close it a lot. You can only close it in little bits. Okay, here we go. Eyes. What if we turn this environment a little bit? Parameters. Let's make it a little bit like 4. And then let's turn it a little more. There we go. Now we can see the eyes. They look kind of fake, but it's just because. So now if we go here, and I pulled that over too far, this way. Okay, we go down to RexRed, and we go to eyes, 9 eyes. See, it's showing me all of the products where these eyes came from. All right. But if I go down into here and select eyes, it's showing me the separate eyes. I need to reboot my laptop to make a change not happen. I did something that changed my environment, so I've got to restart over, but it seems Daz saves cache memory. Yeah, I'm not sure what you've done. That doesn't sound, that sounds like complex. Some of these things go way over my head. So we're going to try these Charlie eyes. See, these eyes just work. You just click on them. And you just click on Cade. Hazel eyes and chestnut hair. She makes the Woolworth counter shine. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. And we got some green eyes, chillin' eyes, brown. So you can just go through these. These are PBR material eyes. So yeah, look at these monster eyes. Sometimes these eyes, the scleras, don't get changed back. Sometimes these eyes only load the pupil area and leave the sclera. So look at those eyes. That's cool. So yeah, this is quite Now that just might be Moxing Iris, brown color. Oh, it's loading. Give it some time. All right. She made the Woolworth counter shine. Yeah, okay. Here we go. And they'd sing, dance a little closer to me. Dance a little closer now. Those are beautiful. See, how would you know if these eyes work in your figure if you just can't? These are for Genesis 9, right? Yeah. You can't try them. These are going to be funky looking. Dance a little closer tonight. Well, it's closing time and love's on sale. Tonight at this 5 and dime. All right. Well, they're not just not gonna show. I'm not sure why. We try it again. Try it something else. Well, let's go back to these. And then we'll go out of wire texture shaded into texture shaded. Yeah, they work, but let's see now. Can we get this to go into Iray? To Iray. Why is this freaking out? That's weird. And if we go to parameters, what would it be? Render settings, optimization. Let's go to memory. See if that fixes this. What if we just render this? No, what's up with that? Render. Right, that's a little closer tonight. Okay. No, it won't render this. For some reason, these eyes are just off limits. What's happened here? It's still doing this. Still doing the eyelashes. Okay, let's go out of here to texture shaded. I think I've done something. That's the thing about eyes. You do PBR eyes. Let's see if that works. If we can actually get him back now. We've got 912 pages of eyes. Now somewhere here, I bet in the eyes there's a reset, like reset eyes. But I may not have loaded any of those reset the eyes kind of thing. How about if we go Z, 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 Z. Go back enough until Control Z. Oh. All right. let's go back to smart content, files. One of these is like going to be a reset. Like a PBR reset. Okay, this is MDL. Closer now. Well, we've corrupted him. Done something to corrupt our figure. Now let's see if it will actually, I'm not sure what's up here with this. Let's delete the environment, the tone mapper. Let's just start a new scene, create a new scene. I don't know if something changed a render setting. Another thing to think about is scenes going in here, and we could go, and this is, okay, close this down. This just, I can't deal with this anymore. Running over and over and over. Hopefully it didn't just put something into the render set. Okay, I use my beta to tweak things, then use the stable version to render and such. That's an interesting thought. I use the beta when something like this is going on, like a long process is going on. This is ridiculous. And I need to have use of Daz. So, but I stick to the public build because I don't like working with unstable programs, and I feel like the beta is still being tested. I'm not big on being a tester. I want, when I go in and want to work, I want the work to work. I want things to work. Now, if there's new features, some kind of new feature that they come out with and it only works in the beta, then they got me. If it's something I really want to test out and try. So if we go to figures, I can go down here. Now I have Genesis 9 figures. See, I have them in here, 9 males. And this is, I don't know if this is all of them because it seems like I have a few more. But let's go with the elder here. I mean with the younger, Julius. So, but some of them are really nice. Okay, so we've got now Julius. See if we can, that's belly button. Julius's belly button. Okay. And if we go to parameters, we can dial Julius's head down a little bit. Make them a little bit more like Genesis 9. There we go. And I think that the Jon 8 is based on Julius. I mean, they're kind of very similar looking. And now we go back to eyes and just don't use the orc eyes, I guess. Kind of feel like just kind of deleting them right out of the... So we go here, we go to Genesis 9 eyes. Let's try changing Julius's eyes to something else. These are H materials. Come on. Okay, so they just changed. We'll do one more little test on the orc eyes here and see if those were the ones that kind of put us in the loop-de-loop. Here's the Gunnar, the orc. It says Genesis 9. Well, they worked this time. Wow. Why did the orcs get such cool eyes? So yeah, this look at this eye collection. Just click on them. And hopefully you don't run into that problem. What if we go solids? But the thing about eyes is they are complicated. Even the Genesis 9 eyes are complicated. Sometimes you can do this, like just run one color and then you can't get back. Yeah, see that? So the only way to get back is to go backwards. And somewhere here there's a reset on the eyes. I'm not sure where that is. I've kind of forgotten. Red. And these eyes. Those are beautiful eyes. Charles' eyes. Look at those eyes. We take our environment options, parameters, bring this to 4. We turn our light a little bit. Wow. Those are beautiful on Julius. Yeah. This is Jon Snow's clothing. This is, so we would have to, because Julius is 9, but I have this special thing here. Okay, with Z, that's not how you do it. You select Julius and put the jacket on him. And this one here, this would be Genesis 8, male. Okay, look at those, that's pretty cool. This is the Jon Snow clothing set. Kind of reminds me of the Vampire Hunter kind of stuff. Right? We go here. Genesis 8 male. See how well that fits on top of there. So I just leave this like overnight or something. It says deleting objects. So it's been 2 hours. So yeah, that's not too long to convert a character. I'm being sarcastic. Because, you know, what else is there to be? All right, see, this is, now we got to give him some pants and some boots. Pants. And some boots. All right. And this is what I like, because you see, now, you know, we got some, now it's like the pose and the hair. And so to do the poses, I would have to say, okay, well, I have all, you know, I only have so many Genesis 9 poses, but then I have all those converted poses, and they're all in that folder, but they're all in folders, inside folders, and inside folders. And because I put all of these poses now here, see, we got the eyes. We can go now to hair, which I've got the short hair here. This is Genesis, this is all my hair. And we'll go with maybe say this Genesis 8 male hair. And this is going to make us convert it. But I can just access the hair now, like all the short hair, just like that, and not have to go and bump over this bumpy landscape of different kinds of hair items and different folders, some of it hidden down within characters, like it comes with. And so I can go hair short, I can go like body hair, and then do all the chest hair that comes with specific characters, have it all in one place. It's like, no, that's not where the hair goes. I wonder if my stuff has come yet. That's kind of doesn't look right on him. I was thinking maybe the deckhand hair. So you have to wait till it snaps, but I don't know that his skin color, I could just darken him a little and it might work. See, I don't have to go into the hair folder. It's like, that's the hair. That's what I like about this. Oh, and I said Genesis 8, and that's Genesis 3. Will it work? It looks like it's working. It kind of worked. But I don't really like that right now either. Let's try this Danny hair, and that one doesn't have, oh, I can't put it on the deckhand hair. All right, we're getting really good at this now. Let's delete them both. Enter, delete. Julius, Danny hair. Welcome, people, welcome. Thank you for coming by and being part of this tutorial. So we're gonna, now you just select the hair and you go up to Smart Content and you go to Products and go to Materials, Filter by Context, and we should find this hair. At least we've got the first part in, that we've actually found the hair. Now this hair doesn't show up completely until you render it. Okay, there it is, and there's all our colors. Black. Like I said, it doesn't show up all the way. And there is a utility that says Preview On. but I think it's already on. It just doesn't show up all the hair. And okay, so now we go down into here. Poses. See, these are those are the creature poses. I haven't done that yet, but at least if I could take half of these that go to creatures. And this is where it gets really interesting here, because now I go to this and let's see what we have. Sitting in an English garden waiting for the sun. Okay. Three. Bollywood poses. See, it's just easy. Okay, this casual pose. These are for all Genesis 9. Every one of these will work. The male and the female ones will all work. These have been converted from Genesis 3, Genesis from Michael 4, Victoria 4. All this 9,000 poses, all converted with that pose converter that's sold in the store. So now look what we've got. We've got something, actually quite substantial here now. And we go to our render settings. Just make sure we're not like at 10,000. Let's go to 2,000. Optimization, progressive render, maximum samples, maximum time, render quality off. Okay, and let's see what this looks like, because his hair won't show up completely until we render it. Is this still sitting there at eyelashes? So it kind, you can't, not sure what I can do, because I just used the Jon.duf file, just sitting there without the, okay. So there we go. That looks pretty cool. This is the new Jon. This looks really, all right, this is, so this is cool. So we just closed that down, I think, just the render. And another thing, so your figures, okay, now see, I have, these are materials, and the tattoos, you can really branch these things out, you see, and what you can also do is you can do your Genesis 8 male figures. Like right now, I don't have the male figure, 8 male figures. So I really wish they would break them down in here. But when we go to figures and people, male, we would just go down here into these Genesis 8 figures. Okay, why is it just, oh, because this has got this on. Oh, you know what you can do is you can go and, let's delete Julius, is you can put the filter by context, and then we can put a Genesis 8 male figure in here in the scene, like Callan is 8. I really wanted to kind of do something with this, but it's just sitting there at eyelashes for 2 hours and 5 minutes. So I'm glad I didn't just sit there staring at the screen. So I'm going to let this run. If it has to run for like 2 days, I'm going to, because I want to have this as a Genesis 9 figure. I would like to have Jon Snow as a Genesis 9 morphs and all that stuff. Okay, so there is, let's put some pants on him. Genesis 9 base shorts. I think I can still put these on him if I use the MMX. Yeah. Except they're a little bit tiny, but I think he can fit into them. All right, so we have a Genesis 8 figure here. So what we can do, TM. That's okay. Now I use beta to tweak things, and I use a stable bit. That's why I use it for minor tweaks, saving as such as subset, then saving it opening as a merge in the open Daz 3D stable, so I'm not shutting down Daz just to make small changes. The only thing I would say about that is jumping from version to version with the same project, it could theoretically corrupt the project, because you're taking and creating a project in one program and then loading it in another version of the program. I'm not saying it would, but I'm just saying that there is a possibility of that. Now I would say these are all Genesis 8 figures here. Look at this now. They're all listed as Genesis 8 figures. Look at that little trick there. See, these are all Genesis 8 and they're male figures. That's how you do this. So that's just all in one thing, and then I can right click on this, categorize, RexRed, figures, and some of them are in 8.1. We're gonna unclick that, and we want them all in 8. I might have made a mistake there, except though, and let's do these in, and then let's just make sure that some of them aren't 8.1, but now we got Zach. These are all 8. They are all 8. So yeah, they were mistakes. Yeah, those are all 8 figures. Some of them I just could have done without putting them in there, but you know, why not? Why not put them all in there? It's not that big of a file. And so I don't have to take and put a figure into the scene, select the figure, turn on filter by context to display this list again. I can just go down into my thing, select the male figures, and here they are. I have 313. I can just pick whatever Genesis 8 figure. It's just 2 pages of figures. They're all here. This figures like, I don't know who Sten is. I don't even remember. The thing is, they get hidden. A lot of these figures get hidden in, they don't show in smart content. Unless you filter it a certain kind of really weird way, they don't show. And so that's the thing, is to just, when I did the hair thing, there was hair. Okay, now speaking of hair, well, we have a Genesis 8 figure in here. So if we go into Smart Content, we go to this Files here, and we go to Hair. We might as well, because I'm creating just a short hair, but we go to Hair and Short. It may, because I have this Genesis 8 figure selected, it may show up hair that wouldn't show up if I had another figure. Okay, so we right click. This is under Short. Okay, categorize. Hair, short. We're going to just select that. I'm sure there were things here that just didn't go in there. So now We have all this short hair in there. Okay, so we can go down to this thing here and go hair short. And what I can do is take this, we're going to leave that here, and then we're going to create a folder, RexRed, create a subject, and we're just going to call it hair. And then we can take this hair short and drop it right in there. And then we can create another subfolder, hair long. It only lets you have like so many characters for your names. So hair long, and we go here. We go to long. We might as well throw the long hair in here now. And we just select it from, this is for Genesis. We're just going to put all the hair together. It's not that big of a file. So we go here to RexRed, hair, long, accept. Now all of that hair is in there, and now face, hair face. Okay, so we go here, hair face. And I'm probably going to, okay, rename. We're going to go 8 here. 8. Hair short. I think there's more than Genesis 8 hair in here, but we're going to go, we'll divide this up, okay, and we'll go hair, subcategory, 8. And we'll put this face, because the only thing about hair is hair, okay. 8.1 is some face hair only works with 8, and it just, you can't use it on, like body hair especially, you can't use on Genesis 9 from Genesis 8 because of the bodysuit stuff and all that. Gen 9. Okay, so we now have this hair. Okay, so we can go face, and we go up here to face, and let's put all this face hair. We're at least getting the hair that is, right click, categorize, here, hair, Genesis 8, face. Why it's in short hair? Oh, we got eyebrows here in the face hair too, so we might as well, okay. Only a few of these, I think, would have been in there. Let's go, let's uncheck that and put it in face hair. I don't know what I'm doing here, but let's see. Now we go to Genesis 8 face hair. We have all of this. So you need a beard. You need eyebrows. So now what you can do is, if you say, okay, I want to start with brows. Okay, so we just create a subfolder, brows. And then we go, and we don't need 8 after this. Rename, we'll just take the 8 off because it's in the 8 folder. And we go browse, and we can go to face here. And we can just take these brows and just drop them. Now this doesn't work really well because it copies them. It doesn't remove it, move it, and if you right click, it doesn't offer you that option, which kind of sucks. So you'd have to cut, paste. Okay, that's already there. Let's see if it happens with this one. Cut, paste. I don't see paste. See, this just kind of made hard on purpose. Why would they have cut here? Remove reference. So can you just then have to remove it afterwards? So, thank you for the love, for the likes, people. Very kind of you. Thank you. Look at all these beards. So all in one place. So, then you could just go here to, so you just take the brows out. You just remove reference from here. It's not removing it from your... See, these eyebrows would be really nice to have in one folder. So what I would do is like go through this brows, like this. Brows here, these are brows. Mustache. Brows. 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 Beard, brows. And now it just unselected them. So what we can do now is we go face, and in here we go beard. Okay, and so now we broke that down between the beard and brow. And then, so what we can do is instead we can go brows. And now we have just the brows out of this category. And we right click, categorize. And then we go to RexRed here. Hair. Brows. And see now, if I unselect that, it will take them out of there and put them only in brows. See, that's how you move them all in one chunk. And then we go to beard. So now we go back to here and to what happened here? Content library got moved. And we go now to browse, okay, and all that's in here is browse, and we go to face, and now all that's in here is beard. See, this is the way to do this. Now, not necessarily, because the problem with this setup is like you use this Garcia beard, and you say, well, I'd like to have brows that go with it. So we put that beard on Callan. It goes with 8. We don't have to have any kind of thing here. But where are the brows that go with it? You know, so then you have to go to brows and you have to look and say, are there Garcia brows? And A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And no, I don't see any Garcia brows. Because you might want brows that are going to really match the beard. Why doesn't that beard look as nice on him as it did on the... Now Colin, let's take his face down a bit. I find his face a little exaggerated, parameters, so just go to currently used. Just bring his head down a little bit. I'm always doing this all the time with my figures. Just making them a little bit more Genesis. There we go. Now he's got maybe a little more Colin. Okay. And I think you can still bring up the HD details. Gives him a little few more wrinkles and kind of makes his skin look a little ruddy. Gives its shape. And that is beautiful right there. So it's just what we're doing is character creation. We're taking and And it's like an assembly line. I love the way this looks down in this part of the beard here. It's an assembly line, and this is a really awesome because you got face, you got long hair, short hair, brows. It's all in. It's so you can go down through the checklist. Now, what we do is go to materials, and we go to materials, okay, and where with skin, okay, and we take brows out of here. And this is so cool because we can now just take and go to this Genesis 8 and add a character, skin, okay? And then we can go here to this and these all maps, okay, skin. We got Callan selected. We don't want RSL, okay? So we want just the MDL. You know, if we just come through, even if we have to select these, oh, come on. Just unselects them, okay? That's MDL. Those are tattoos. Well, why not? We don't want the RSL. We want the MDL. And why are these all just showing the RSL? It's like Callan is RSL is. Okay, Iray. Okay. Something's up here. Because there's certainly a lot more skins in that. Materials. We go into here. Okay, figures, people, male. Now it wouldn't be skin, it would be called material, figures. It's not showing that. Okay, what are these usually? It's under mail. Okay, we go to products, mail. We go into here. This would be material. What's it called? Mats, M-A-T-S. So we go to here, to mail, figures, mail, mats. Where are my files? Okay, here. Gosh, his skin looks so beautiful there. Mats, default, let's go here. All right, well, there's a bunch of them. This is how do we, maps. Okay, all maps. So this is going to be a little bit harder. Okay, now remember we have Callan, we have this filter by context. It's only going to show us the Genesis 8 maps. So let's see, figures. Can we get maps from here? Materials, maps, here we go. It's a little bit more broken down here. Riker normal maps on. Jet, Sander. And we wouldn't want the RSL ones. So it's just kind of like go through these and grab them what you can. These are MDL. Those are scripts. Maps. 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 That doesn't say whether if it's MDL or not. I'm not going to do it. Okay. RSL. Okay. Ichabod maps. Yanni. This one. Well, I'm just going to, if it doesn't say MDL, I'm going to assume it is. Same with this. And this guy. And you can break it down to normal maps and have like a whole thing with normal maps and stuff. All maps. If it doesn't say what it is, I'm just going to use scar maps. Alexi. Okay, these are, that's another issue, is eyebrows and are not Seb, but we'll, we don't want RSL. Okay. All maps. MDL. Lewis. Jamie. Okay. MDL. Okay, we're going to do it here. Gabor. All maps. All maps. Marcos. And Theo. And the thing is you put the maps on, Zeno, and you put the maps on, and let's start with, let's go to Diego here so I don't have to do this twice. You put the maps on, and this would be skins, right? Okay, we called it skins. Okay, what would this was under figures. Genesis 8 male figures. Okay. No, it was, we'll go with skins. No, that's Genesis 9 skins. What am I doing here? Okay, hair is here. Okay, we'll just rename this. Okay, okay. Gen 8 maps. Accept. Okay, we went to Diego 8. Okay, down to Diego. All right, and that's Diego. Okay, we go through here, MDL. Normal maps, all maps. We'll go with that. All maps. Bruno, all maps. Joel, all maps. It's we're getting close to like, so at this point we could just click through these and just change their skin. All maps. Fergal, vampire maps. And all maps for Fergal, the non-vampire ones. Maps. Thorn maps. Carl. and Felix. We'll put the baby ones in here. This, okay. Bane, MDL, MDL. MDL. Walker. These are some of these that the Riker maps. Oh my gosh, Ezra maps. And this one, Harrison. Art, have a wonderful dinner, my friend. Have a wonderful dinner tonight. I hope you find something delicious. Very much thank you for being here. I'm only going to be here a little while longer, maybe. RSL, MDL, 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 and MDL. We're going to take all these maps that aren't. We'll look at them. If they're not, we'll take them out. MDL, all maps. It's better to err on the side of all maps. That's MDL. Ronin. Okay, we're gonna do these right here so we don't have to do them again. If something goes wrong, okay, we're gonna go to Genesis 8 maps. Add them, and we're going to go, the next one will be Ollie. Where are we? Down too far. Where's Ollie? There it is. Ollie. MDL, 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 MDL. This, I don't know what these are. MDL, that's Alexander. He has awesome maps. MDL, MDL, MDL. I don't do anything with 3 Delight at all. MDL. So this is just all the less I have to parse. You know, I don't have to be reading and parsing through RSL maps. They're just, okay, I don't need these more normal. I might make a whole normal thing, but I'm not sure it's good to mix a normal map over top of another. They should match the maps together. All right, so that's a good amount of maps to be able to kind of jump through Genesis 8 maps. Accept. All right, so we can go in here now to, why is that Genesis 8? I think I messed something up, but we'll find it. Here we go to RexRed. We'll close that down, and when we open it back up, where does it say maps? Skins. Okay, they're here. It's still named Genesis 9. Skins. It didn't register that. Okay, we could rename it. I don't know this. Genesis 8. Maps. 8. Maps. Accept. Okay, name conflict. Okay. Cancel this. We're not going to rename it yet and see what's going on because we obviously have something here now. Genesis 8 maps. Okay. I don't understand how all of this kind of works like that. But I think if I close this and restart it, but you just work at this little by little. Okay, so now we would go now under figures. Under it would be probably good to put like this. See, I'm not sure how far I want to do this. Okay, so we're gonna keep this under RexRed. We'll go figures, then we'll go skins, and why is that under poses? I think it's in poses. No, okay, we got skins. Okay, poses, and only the maps that went here. Darn. Where are they now? It's like this is strange. Okay, I think what I have to do is restart this. So we'll just save it. File, save as. Categories. Categories. All right. Let's see if our figure is done. No, it's just probably sitting there. 2 hours doing the eyelashes. So, in 37 minutes. I'm just going to let it go because I don't want to do it again. Okay, so this is done. We can close this down. Not responding. Come back. Wait for the program. It's still, okay, there's that. Okay, so we go. Okay, we've got to wait until that closes. Saving file. Okay, can we close you now? Clearing the scene. Yeah, sometimes if these don't like show right and everything, you have to close it down and reopen it, and then it like redoes the I don't know what it's called, database. Having this on a 2-hour search for some eyelashes is kind of slowing things down a little bit. Come on. Clear the scene. Here we go. Oh, Art, you're back. I hope you found something delicious, my friend, for dinner. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, so, okay. We have this closed now. We can reopen the beta, maybe. Okay, there we go. And it's reading all kinds of stuff down here. And then I'm glad that I decided to use the beta, because I would have been sitting here for 3 hours doing nothing, waiting for this to convert. Okay, so file, open recent, categories. We'll open that back up. Save change. I should have just looked in my but we're working on Genesis 8. You know, it's not that big of a converting all your Genesis figures, really you do have to learn to use, Turbo Loader to get your figures converted. Now let's see what we have here. RexRed, Hair Genesis 8 maps, it says here. Okay, this is the full thing of maps. Don't tell me I have to go and do this again. So, and then we go in here, and I don't see Genesis 8 maps listed here. Yeah, there it is. See? So, and then we have Genesis 8 maps, and what it did was it, because remember it said skins, Genesis 8 skins, and so it renamed, it got rid of that other skins folder or merged them. It did something and fixed this. Okay, so under RexRed we now have this Genesis 8 skins, Genesis 9 poses, 9 eyes. So these are, okay, so let's just kind of try some of these. This is Diego's maps. Put them on Colin. See what happens. Okay, just like that. Let's close this viewport, this scene here, so we can see Colin. That's Diego's skin. This is Gabor. And now we can find out if these skins are actually Iray. That doesn't look like Iray, but let's see. We can go here into surfaces is in the wrong place. That goes under parameters. At least the way I set it up. Okay, this is base color, so it was a good thing. That is actually, it's just light looking. What's really cool is we could go in and just now convert this skin to PBR. And we'd have a Genesis 8 figure with PBR skin. Look at all these different, Nolan. Let's try Nolan's skin. That says MDL, so this is an MDL skin. And we got Sanjay. That's beautiful. Helios. That's a nice skin. They're a little bit shiny right now, but we are in a gray world. We got the Brute maps. We get him in purple and green as well, which is kind of easy. Nice. Those are nice maps for him. Ronin. And some of these maps are going to come with tattoos. Chance's maps. There's no tattoos on there. So you'd have to go into Chance to get the layered. That's another thing here. We would want, for skins, we could maybe open this category up a little bit. And we go into Content Library. Genesis 8 map. Create a subcategory. Tattoo. And we select our figure, okay? And then we go here to, I guess just default would find tattoo. And here's one, Genesis 8 male. And none of these, this is an attachment, so the only one that works like are layered tattoos, because this tattoo has to be used with matte. An attachment like this, like, see what happens when I put this on him? It changes, like, well, it worked. But I think that there's more to be seen, because it might be like, well, it worked. Now, what happens when we go back here? and change his skin again. We lose the tattoos, I think. And no, that's weird. Are these... Maybe that's a bodysuit. Scene. Yes, it is. Like gone. That is cool. All right, so we've got all these tattoos that we could kind of mess with. That's nice. We can just we could just go down through these and just like add them. Wearable, head tattoo, this materials. Okay, so materials I think are the ones I'm thinking are just going to change his arm color, like so he's got a different color arm because it only goes with a certain, yeah, see how his arms are now a different color because it only goes with a certain kind of skin. So, and this is the same thing with this Bennett tattoo. So those are really kind of the worst kind of tattoos because it, like I said, it only works with a certain kind of skin. Still working on the eyelashes. There's a way to work around this, okay, with this Jon Snow thing is, but we'll figure it out, okay? Because what I can do is just put Jon Snow in and convert him as a custom character, but I'd have to delete like all of the different stuff, the eyes. I could delete all these other parts, but I'm gonna leave that for a while, okay? It's not hurting anything to see if it might actually finish. And now this is not like letting us go into texture shaded mode. I mean into Iray. Let's see. Now what it looks like. What's this look like? This says material, so this is going to change like a part of, if it's on his arm, it's going to change his arm color. Oh, I got a call. Hello? Yes.
Hey, it's David.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. I'm live on YouTube right now, so I'm in the middle of but what's happening?
Not much. I'm sorry to call you. I called you.
No, it's not.
I do hate calling people when I need something and not until then. That's not
Yeah.
the case right now. Things have been pretty busy, and I don't want you to think that I'm only calling you because I need something. But I
No.
do need something.
Yeah. What's up?
You don't happen to have a heat sink tie down, just regular ATX style that has 4 pins and the 2 side clamp type deals? I have the whole heat sink. It's just my tie down.
You mean for soldering?
No, the pins on my heat sink tie down broke.
Okay, for the motherboard?
Yes.
Okay, for okay, the pins for the heat sink, okay, I know what you mean, for the chip.
Yeah, there's a circle, and then on each side of the circle there's a clip.
Yeah.
It's got 4 pins that you push in and turn.
Oh, that's not going to be easy. I would check eBay. I don't have any spare motherboards. I don't have any spare motherboards. And what is it, AMD or Intel?
MSI actually, but it's
that
knockoff, Chinese knockoff.
yeah. Well, see, the thing is that that's all universal, just depending on the chipset. I mean, on the chip type. So if you have if any motherboard, pretty much, that would be Intel, or we've got to look at the socket, find the socket number.
1150.
Yeah, well,
I don't need the motherboard. I just need
right. Well, see, that's what I'm saying is you could junk any motherboard. You could junk any motherboard that would have that socket because it would have the same mounting the hardware. Okay, so it's not going to be that hard to find that part. Okay, but you just what you could do is look on eBay and look up parts. Okay. And get a motherboard sent to you for like $15 or something, and you'd have to pay shipping.
I'm actually going with one of those mini PCs because I live in an RV. I want to cut down on space and power usage. So, but for now, I'm just trying to make a machine work today. It's all good. I can just order one from Amazon or whatever. But I just
Yeah. Oh, have you ever heard of like H&R parts? Like they're on I think Alder Street or something, Hanover Street, and they sell every kind of part that you could imagine there. Like, and they're kind of like a modern day Radio Shack, and they're like off of Marginal Way. But they're not open now. They have weird hours. They're like not open on the weekends, and they close at like 4:00 and stuff. But they're on Hanover Street. I think it's Hanover Street. That where it hits right where you turn on to. You would want to go to Marginal Way and turn on to Hanover Street. I think it's Hanover Street that goes up to Cumberland. You know, that little kind of side street. Yeah, and it's on the left. You'll see it's just kind of this big, long kind of warehouse building, and they have all kinds of like really weird stuff. Yeah. All right. Well, give me a call. And I don't care if you call me when you need stuff. So, but just call me. Yeah. I'm selling 23090s. I'm trying to for like $50. I mean, not 3090s, to 1080 Ti's. I'm selling stuff. I got stuff for sale. No, those are graphics cards, 1080 Ti's. I paid $1,000 for them.
Oh, okay.
For
Well, I have an 1150, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, this is like would be.
I've been wanting to upgrade my.
This is 11. This is 11 gigs worth of. Oh, I don't like anything mini because it's like anything they miniaturize is going to have to be you're going to kind of pay more because they have to miniaturize things, just like a laptop's more than a desktop. Yeah, well, they're just too weak. Yeah, they're just too weak. Yeah, well, they're too weak. You know. Yeah.
Basically, my FPS drops, and I've reinstalled. I have an RTX.
Yeah.
Geez, I don't know what the number is, but
yeah.
I have an RTX Radeon, and it was a good card. I paid like $400 for it a couple years ago.
I went completely. Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what you need is this one. What you need is this 1080 Ti. Okay, and I'm selling it for $50. I got two of them there, so it's 11 gigs.
Seriously?
Yeah, I paid $1,000 for it.
What's the interface?
It's PCI Express 16X.
Okay, so it would fit mine.
Huh?
So it would fit my machine.
It's big, so as long as you don't have a mini machine,
No, I have a custom built PC, but.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I can't guarantee you absolutely it will fit because it's a long card, but it will fit in it as long as you have a fairly full-size tower.
Yeah, I have.
It might even fit a mini tower.
I have from the outer port to the other side of the machine. It goes under the RAM and misses everything else. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
For when you get to like.
Yeah. Well, you might have to plug it into the top one. Okay.
Yeah, that's where mine is now, and it takes up 2 slots. So I probably would be able to fit it.
Yeah, $50.
Will you send me? Oh shit.
What you mean? Just look up Nvidia 1080 Ti, and this is the Ti, yeah, 1080 Ti.
One of them or two?
I have two of them, but that would be $100.
Okay.
And I have a bunch of other stuff I'm getting rid of too. So just let me. Yeah, well, I just don't need. I have two 3090s.
No, but do you have, are you selling a whole
I'm selling for probably I would sell it for maybe around $100. Maybe I'd give you a deal like 60. I have a i9 Intel i9 with 12 cores.
Okay. And what's the RAM in it?
No, it's just the chip. Just the chip. So you'd have to buy the motherboard.
All right. What's the max capacity
What do you mean?
of the RAM? Sorry.
Oh, there's no RAM in it. It's just the. It's just.
What's the maximum it'll take? Because I'm trying to increase my RAM.
Okay, well, it would take something with 128 gigs,
Okay. Well, all right.
So yeah, this is i9. It's not an i7. It's not like an 8-core i7. This is an i9 with 44 lanes, PCI Express lanes.
And the fastest I've ever had, what I have now is an i7. So
Yeah, this is way above that. This is 12 cores, but it's also they're hyper-threaded, so it's actually 24 cores.
okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm selling that too. So
And you only want $100 for that?
yeah, and so what you'd have to do is buy the motherboard and the RAM and a power supply. This 1080 Ti might give you have to have like 800-watt power supply
All right.
to run it. So, but that is like massive speed. But the thing is I'll tell you right now, I just cut myself off is that Intel has now like for $200 or $300. Well, we're talking. I'm giving you for $50, but Intel has these new Titan graphics cards that are super fast, and they have for streaming they do all of this stuff. So, but yeah, just try one of them. Come by with $50 and just try one, and if you like it, I'll sell you the other for 50. Okay.
Okay.
All right, but just come get $50 and you got yourself a graphics card. Okay.
All right. Are you pushing to get rid of them soon? Because
Well, I've had them for a while. Yeah, I'll have them. Okay, I'll have them. You got a couple weeks. Okay. Yeah, that is a good deal. Software.
I'm making pretty good money now. I was
Yeah.
just hard up today looking to try and get this one machine going, but it's all good. I'm gonna let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Dave, this is it. This is a deal. This is a mass. Everybody online is saying they wish they lived closer and everything. So, yeah, 1080 Ti, and this is a it pushes the heat out through the back. The fans. This is like a special one. I think it's Acer that makes this particular graphics card, and it's the something edition. It's the Founders edition, and it pushes it doesn't blow the heat right into your tower. It sucks it out through the back and blows it out through the back. It's like very, very nice graphics card. So, yeah, they're really good. And so, yeah, $50. The only reason they took them out of the computer was because I bought things that were like twice as fast, So, but I paid $1,000 for one of them, and I paid $500 for another one that was refurbished. So, but that was like 5 years ago when I bought the first one. It was just come out. So, but they have 11 gigs of RAM in them. Yeah. So each one has 11 gigs. So they will play Fortnite at the highest, at ultra settings. Okay. Well, maybe you can't load some of the textures. Might slow down your frame rate a little bit, but but you can, for regular texture kind of things, like you can put some massive textures and get like probably at least 60, 120 frames per second, depending on how low you lower the textures. So,
Okay.
all right, call me.
I work, so I'm only off on weekends, but it won't be till next Friday or after that I get.
Okay, all right, very cool.
I'm a manager at Lee Auto Mall in Auburn now, dude.
Okay, nice.
In service, yeah.
So are you still living way up north?
No, well, I'm only a half an hour north of Auburn, like 20 minutes north of Auburn. But yeah, I've been there. We've been on the property there for 2 years now. And
Wow. Okay.
Keisha's dad passed away.
Yeah, I heard.
Day after Christmas and everything. But yeah, things have been kind of crazy. I got a newer RV instead of the other one that I had. I have both
Wow.
now, but I just got a loan and got a new RV, like $15,000 loan for.
You're living in an RV?
I live in two on an off-grid property.
Okay.
Electric and internet. So.
All right.
But
Cool.
basically, we're like, I have are you on?
Is Sue still with you guys? Is Sue still with you?
No, Sue lives in Portland. I'm picking her up right now.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Are you?
Tell her I said hi.
I will. Yeah. Are you on like live broadcasting right now?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube.
Okay. All right, man. I'll talk to you.
All right, you too. Okay. All right. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Sorry about that. Here we go. All right, I gotta go check. Oh yeah. I think I mentioned that I had 2 graphics cards for sale for $50 each. They're sitting in a drawer. Every day they become worth less, and you would have to pay the shipping, but they are 2 beautiful 1080 Ti graphics cards, and I have like I said, I have a 12-core i9 that I'm selling for $100. I'd like to get $100 for it. I paid $1,000 for it. So, but it's just, again, sitting in a box, in a drawer. I have two audio interfaces, Behringer with 8 ports on it. It's there. I'm selling them for like probably $50 each too. The Behringer audio interfaces. Let's see. Where are those? BEH. Eight. Eight X, this one right here. 1820. All right, this this is selling for $299 on Sweetwater. $100. I have 2 of the $100 each. Okay. I'm selling 2 of them. All right. And they are brand new. I used them probably for about, maybe one of them for about 6 months. And the other one I haven't even used. So, yeah, they're audio interfaces. This is the back. Yeah. I personally hate this device with a passion. But, yeah. Those are $50. So let me know if anybody's interested. Write these things down and let me know. And if you want to pay the shipping, I'll send them to you. I'll send them both to you for $50. $50 each. I think I said $50 each. I know you can get these on sale around for like 150 or 200, okay? But, yeah, they're sitting in a drawer right now. Just sitting in a drawer. And becoming worthless, more worthless every single day. It would be nice if somebody had a use for them. 18 inputs, 10 outputs. So, it's, you know, the thing about this particular product, it's really, when you plug it into your computer, it's stereo. It's not 18 ins and 8 outs. They make it seem like it's 18 ins. That's why they're still selling it. They're still duping people. It's not 18 ins and 18 outs. It's 2 ins and, you know, well, it's 18 ins and, you know, your computer only deals with this device in stereo. So just think of it that way, okay? See, so it goes stereo in and stereo out, and that's it. Now, you know, if you want a device that's going to be not going to be stereo in and stereo out, it's $1,200, you know, not $299. And it's just, this is a big gimmick. And then I contacted Behringer and I said, I need the schematic for this. They say, oh, we don't give a schematic. You can search all over the internet, everywhere, every single Google, all Reddit, everywhere. You will not find a schematic for this device. And I said, I have been buying electronics for the last 40 years to get a solid connection other than USB. This is a big, gigantic piece of junk. You know, aren't I doing a good job selling it? I'm not going to deceive you. It's a big, gigantic piece of junk, and it's a horrible device. I'll take 2. Yeah. Well, I did. I had one for one computer, one for the other, and it's like, I need the schematics. And why is this only coming through in stereo? Why can't I have multiple channels in Windows all coming out through these ins and outs? And it's like, oh, it doesn't work that way. It's only in stereo. Yeah, so, and they're still selling it, you know? And you can't, and the thing is like, look at all these buttons on the front. Look at all these buttons, okay? There's no schematic. So what you do is when you try to get audio to go through the device, you just start pushing buttons, okay? They are scoundrels. It is, you know, that's exactly what they are. Okay, because when you don't give somebody a schematic, that is deceptive. And you can search. I have spent weeks trying to find schematics for this device. And so when your audio doesn't work, okay, when you can't get it to you push this button here, which is like, okay, between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and this one and the phones, and you push this button and you push this button, you push this one and this one, the dim mute, okay, for main out, you push this button and you just keep pushing buttons and pushing buttons until you get audio through it, okay? It's the worst thing that I've ever used in my life, the worst piece of electronics I have ever used in my life. And then when you finally figure it out, it's only stereo. It's like it's got all these ins and outs on the back, but it's just stereo. It's just a stereo. Where are the ins and outs? There, you got 8 lines in, plus you got 20 inputs and 20, oh yeah, in SPDIF and ADAT. Oh, you can hook up an ADAT to it with 20, another 13 through 20. So yeah, and you got 8 inputs, wow, and 8 lines out. And it's all because these inputs go directly into the box and out. They don't go into your computer, 8 ins and 8 outs of your computer. No, they go directly wired to the outs. Like, why would you want to do that? Yeah. So, but I'm selling them. They're $50 each. I don't know. I don't even know if I would want to shine my shoes on the top of this, you know? It's this to me isn't worth any more than a $100 like Scarlett or something like that, or just your run-of-the-mill audio interface. There's just no use for this. If you have a whole band and you want to run it into your computer stereo, this is perfect. But other than that, I needed 8 ins to my computer and 8 outs, and the RME Fireface interface. That's the secret to my broadcast ability. Is it's $1,200. The RME. UCX2. It's actually $1,699. Oops, just off by a few $100. This is what I use to broadcast. And when you spin this little baby around here, these are 8 ins and 8 outs of your computer. They are literally, and you can take this input and route it to that input through your computer. You can route it through in every way. And this is the software that comes with it. And this RME. And so I can basically just send this input coming plugged into the back of it, plugged, and send it to that output, this input. It's like what you envision in your mind is what it does. And that's, but it's not $300. It's not $300. It's 5 times that price, okay? And that's what you have to do. And it gets hot. This thing you could cook an egg on this thing. It gets hot, but it does what it's supposed to do. And I'm hoping it lasts at least, 4, 5, 6 years before it just totally fries. But this is the dream. This is what turns your computer into multi-everything. So you learned it here. I'm sorry about the excursion here. They're into audio stuff. But I don't think that he's gonna render. I'm having really weird, odd problems here with this just losing its ability to render. So are we gonna go for 4 hours? I think maybe. Audio and video. They're everything. It's like right now. I'm able to sing, to go into my my DAW and sing, and I can sing into this and record into my DAW with the very same microphone that I am broadcasting out live with, and the only way I could do that is with this right here, this RME Fireface UCX2. That's the only way I could do this, is with this. It's this right here. Now there are a few other devices, but there's nothing in the world like this. Even the big recording studios are using these. This is it. Now this is the listed for 1,400, but why is it then 1,699? Used, find it used. I think this is what I paid for this. Yeah. So it's almost like it went up in price, but this is like everything right here. This is what makes it all work. Look, this is 1,399. I think that's what I paid for it. Is about. I think I paid a little bit less than that for that. I didn't pay 1,700. I think I paid 1,300. And the thing is it was back ordered and it had only been out for like 2 weeks. And I ended up getting one that died like about 4 months into using it. One morning I went to turn it on and it just came up with this RAM error, and to come to find out it was like a factory problem, and I had to send it back to Germany. But luckily it was by way of Florida. And so I sent it to Florida, and they sent me another one, and it's been working ever since. Still gets hot, not quite as hot as the other one, but it still gets quite hot. It's pretty cool right now, and so it's one of these days I will do a video. I don't know if it's y'all want to get on to my let's go to go to YouTube here, and I have another channel. I wish you could, if you guys find any interest in there's our video, it's live. Jon Snow for Daz Studio. Yeah, I had to make this thing for our and some guys there talking away. It's just like, my gosh. Now let's see. We go to this would be MIDI Maker TV. MIDI Maker TV, and this takes you to this guy. And this is MIDI Maker TV, or you can go at MIDI Maker TV on YouTube. That's my official handle. It was Cakewalk by Band CBB TV, but I changed the name because Cakewalk is changing their name to Sonar. They're still going to keep Cakewalk as like Cakewalk Sonar, but it's not Cakewalk by BandLab. It won't be Cakewalk by BandLab anymore. And I figured, okay, why not just go and find a new name, MIDI Maker TV. I kind of don't really like the name, but but all of a sudden it kind of made me think I'm growing into it and saying, okay, that's what it is. But please sign up and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications here. And sign up. As you can see, I have a ton of these are my live videos right here, and as you can see, I have a ton. I have been making live music videos. Talk about audiophile. This is my one of my studio setups. But yeah, they just keep going and going, and this isn't the first time. I had more videos that I deleted when I had so I have to go check and see if the UPS I hear a dog barking out there. Hopefully they're not clinging to the roof or something. I'll be right back. I gotta check and see if my delivery is here. Yay! It's here. Oh. I got one of those little handheld vacuums, you know, because I have an old vacuum cleaner that I got at Sears years ago, and I think the motor is just getting old, and when it runs, the cord gets hot, and it blew a fuse in my apartment. It scares me now because it still runs and everything, but I just think it belabors when it runs, and it kind of draws more power because of that. And so I figured if I get just a little hand vac, maybe I could just kind of run through and not have to turn that thing on. Something that's actually cordless and it just charges on the wall. It seems like a good idea, but is it going to really work? So yeah, as you can see, this is another channel here, and some of these videos here are like 12 hours long. It's like I've been on here. Yeah, I kind of been wasting time here and there, but I've been on here for 3.5 hours. We've been waiting for this to convert for 3. This isn't going to convert. It's just not. So, and probably it would convert if look, something's really weird with the eyelashes. They just stuck. Deleting objects. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not going to work. So, material preset copy from original still here. That's still at 0. Daz's idea of a bad joke, no doubt. It's 3 hours worth of my life that's kind of just lost because of this not working. And I wonder if I canceled it, what we would get. Okay, we're going to cancel this. Just cancel it. I'm done. That's the end of that. We'll see. It may not even cancel properly. I might have, Daz might even crash. What would be nice is if it's already like written the morphs for, because all I really just wanted was the morphs. Yeah, I bet it may not even cancel properly. I'm not sure if it'll allow. I'm just going to click the cancel once. See if that cancels. This is just like stuck in a loop, in an Nvidia loop. It just won't go into Iray, and what that usually means is some kind of. This is why I don't use the beta, okay? Because it's just the second or third time this has happened already by just switching textures and eye materials, and all of a sudden it's stuck in that like loop. And you know, you can't really blame Daz, because Nvidia just had an update 2 days ago, you know, and Nvidia comes out with an update and pulls the rug out from under, and Daz has to now interface with a piece of hardware that's got a completely different brain in it, you know. So this is some really nice work done on Jon Snow's clothing here, and this is all dForce. Look at the this is really nice. It so I'm now, why is it what happened? I have to reload this to get Jon back. They've got to fix that too. Okay, so now we can hide items. Okay, here's another outfit. This is a very nice outfit. He doesn't look too much like Jon Snow there, but this is very, very nice work here. Yeah, well, the thing is when you come back, it hides the stuff you own, but you can't uncheck it anymore because it's unchecked already. which have different choices like set low price alert, though I've never been notified. Honey used to give me a bunch of, I used to use Honey as a, to do a bunch of, and they would give me a bunch of coupons. Most of the time they'd never work. So, but this is some beautiful work. This is definitely, you know, I'm sure you can stretch this out to fit some breasts inside there. To your right, the only way to cancel this is to like Control-Alt-Delete and crash. So I did pay for royalty-free rights to this music, you know, this is so... But, you know, I just don't want to take a chance. Well, all right, we will be talking soon. Yeah, right-click the icon. No, I have to just go like this or click like up here. So, yeah, this is like, when, you know, when they have like, at a circus or something, they play this music when something's gone wrong. You know, the elephant sat on somebody or something. So yeah, that kind of, I don't know, there's like, you know, there's a song they play when it's like, like, all right, or the music they were playing on the Titanic while it was sinking. So, all right. Memberships to Busch Gardens. That sounds really nice. That sounds like something. Not the Titanic. Yeah. Yeah. Their music lives on. So, yeah, the only way to close this down is the good old-fashioned way. Just... As Jay would say, you're not supposed to do that, but I do it anyway. Yeah, we've got two Daz, take your pick. Which one was that? Was that the first one or the last one? And that's one Daz. One Daz down. Okay. So, yeah, I wish Daz all the best. I do. I have... one gripe with them, and it's a vehement gripe about the sexism in the store. But and you know, and that's not going to go away. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop mentioning it and drawing attention to it until they start getting fair with the sexism that's been going on since Michael 4, you know, where Michael 4 got like 20 clothing items and Victoria got 1,000, you know. It's just, it's, you know what the F, Daz? So, yeah, start making stuff fair. How about drawing a few, you know, a few men into the store? I don't think they're coming in because they want to play with, you know, Barbie dolls. I think men want G.I. Joes, you know. That's what they play with. So, buy men and, yeah. So, it's just the way it is. So, I'm not going to go into this. I think this crowd thing is kind of interesting. I'm just not sure what I would do with it right now. But this crowd, it's 30% off right now, and you probably buy a bunch of other stuff and you can get it for less. It's pretty cool. I think this low-res crowd is good. I just don't know if I could sit. You'd have to sit them all down in a Greek, you know, like gladiator. They could sit in, you know, but I don't know. Then I thought, well, they would be wearing in a Greek Colosseum, they would be wearing, you know, togas and different clothes. It just all of a sudden came to my idea that it may not work that well. So, and the idea of placing them all in the stands one by one, so you have like 1 million of them, just didn't appeal to me as too much, but I like the idea of it. So it's so very, very good, very good. There's brick factories. I didn't see that. This is $4.19. Look at this. This is going into my. This is very cool. Look at this. This looks pretty nice. Look at all these different factories for $4. I will see you again in the next EZ3DTV live tutorial. Maybe we'll get I'll give you an update on how I get the 7 Genesis, if we can get Jon Snow converted to Genesis 9. All right. Take care. Bye-bye for now.